My decision to enter the factory was a mistake from the start. I was looking for adventure, something impressive for my YouTube channel. This old factory, abandoned for decades, was rumored to be haunted. But I didn't believe the rumors. Now, after everything that has happened, I realize I was wrong that I stood in front of the rusty gate, my flashlight trembling slightly in my hand. The wind blew cold, carrying the smell of rust and dampness. I heard a faint sound, like a distant whisper, but I thought it was the wind. I pushed the gate open, and its loud creak made my heart race. Inside the factory, everything was covered in a thick layer of dust. Old, abandoned machines, corroded pipes.
What are those things? Andrei, stay back! I have to get out!
Steps, walls covered in mysterious writing. I began to wander around the main hall. My footsteps echoed in the vast emptiness. I remembered the stories, a huge fire in the 1970s, in which dozens of workers died due to the owner's negligence. Was that true? I reached the old control room. Papers were scattered on the floor, reports about the accident. I read one. The doors are closed, there is no escape. I felt a chill. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. I turned quickly, but no one was there. Was it my imagination? I continued, but the feeling of being watched did not leave me. I entered the great machine hall. The huge machines looked like sleeping monsters. I touched one, and it began to shake slightly, as if it were alive. In the darkness, I saw a flash. Eyes? No, maybe a reflection. But the sound returned, a whisper, like the sounds of workers moaning in pain that I found a staircase leading to the basement.
Help me, Kingo! Snoop Dogg you! Ah!
Flashlight flickering. Downstairs, a storage room filled with old boxes. I opened one, burnt workers' clothes, pictures of disfigured faces. I heard a faint scream. I froze.
Ah! They're coming! No, get away! I won't let you!
Was it from the past? I remembered a story. The owner locked the doors during the fire to prevent theft. I continued and found a narrow passageway. The walls were stained with old blood. No, rust. But the feeling of fear grew. At the end of the passageway was a heavy iron door. I pushed it open and entered the boiler room. There was a strange heat, as if the fire was still burning. There, I saw a ghost for the first time, a burnt worker, staring at me with empty eyes. I backed away, but he disappeared. Was it an illusion? I shook my head, but the voice returned. Why did you come? A harsh voice, out of nowhere. I fled to another room.
False spirits! Dodge!
The owner's office. Memoirs. The workers deserve to die. They stole from me. The ghost returned, this time with others. The spirits of the workers surrounded me, whispering accusations. I told myself, this isn't real. But I touched them, cold as death. They began to pull me toward the illusory fire.
The wound is still glowing. We need to run more tests.
I remembered a side exit. I ran, but the doors closed on their own. Do they want revenge?
What is that thing? Stay back! Don't come up, Mosa!
In the hallway, I saw the ghostly owner, a distorted face, laughing. You're staying with us. I resisted and found a broken window. I jumped, but a cold hand grabbed my ankle that I managed to escape, but the memories haunt me. What I saw is unbelievable. When I got home, I researched the history of the factory. I found articles. A fire killed 50 workers. The owner fled. In my dreams, I go back there. I see the workers laboring, then the fire spreads. One of the spirits was a child, working in the factory. His screams are the most painful. I decide to go back to understand. Another mistake. The wind is stronger this time. Inside, the machines move on their own. The sound of metal grinding. I find a secret massacre, bodies hidden under the floor. The main ghost tells his story. Betrayal, death, curse. Attempt to expel the spirits, but they resist. Real fire starts. Second escape, but arm wounded by ghostly claw. At the hospital, the doctors are incredulous. The wound heals strangely slowly. Further research. The factory was built on an old cemetery. A third visit, with a friend. The friend disappears. Searching for him, hearing his screams from the walls. Discovery of a secret room, a satanic altar, the devil appears, an entity greater than spirits. Battle, using ancient tools for exorcism. Partial success,